if I had a high school, let's say junior, that is at this point in time, they say, when I am done with high school, or I want to go to school and become a personal trainer, what advice would you have for them as things that they should be doing now that would help them with their career in the future?
Sure. So I would, get a coach, and probably try a few different ones, try them out in maybe 3-month intervals, see what you like, see what you don't like. Uh, and see, make sure that it's a path that you want to go down, and
Yeah.
ask them a ton of questions. You can also shadow them. That was something that I did even after I got my certification, as I checked in with some other coaches and like, hey, like I'll help around the gym.
Hmm.
Can I shadow you so I can learn by you doing? 'Cause I'm a little bit more visual, so that helped. But to see it in practice
Right.
was super helpful. So get your own coach, and we should all have coaches, even when as a personal trainer. I think having your own coaches, because you're going to get tired of programming for yourself. So maintaining your
Yep.
maintaining for your, having your own coach, I think is incredibly helpful as well. But you know, start with your own coach, try a few different ones, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then get your certification. And for the most part, they're all pretty similar. So find one that speaks to you and has the support that you would like, and then get find somewhere to shadow, because again,
Yeah.
the certification is theory, but you need to see it in practice. So find somewhere you can shadow, offer to help around the gym if need be, get in that space, work the front desk. Again, learn those interpersonal
Yeah.
skills, get to know the members, get to know the business, and then start training friends and family, and then put it into practice. That's honestly the best thing that you can do, is learn by doing and continuing to do research and proper research, like journals, and learn how to read journals well, because the information can be confusing.
Yeah.
So learning how to look at that and understand the journals is super helpful as well. And just know that you're never going to know everything, and get comfortable with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of goes into like the next question is a college undergraduate that may be studying or being an athlete that wants to get into personal training. So that's good advice for them as well. What about somebody that is applying for a job? What would, they got the certification, they're looking around at different places. Uh, their advice for, maybe landing that job, getting that job, should they go about that?
So I would probably try to go in, maybe, get a week pass or something, and go work out there, see how the facility runs, and see if you can kind of get a vibe, introduce yourself to people, get to go ahead and start those relationship building things, and then and ask and see, do they have space for a personal trainer? Start that
Right.
conversation, and if they do, for the interview, I mean, go dressed appropriately. I mean, don't do, basketball shorts, or I'd probably do, khakis and a nice polo or something. You don't need to wear a business suit, but dress appropriately, um, and answer the questions as best you can. That's a whole different skill, is learning interview skills. That would be a different episode. But generally, it's not a complicated interview, but be open, be personable, eye contact, and if you don't know the answer to something, it's absolutely okay to say that. It's not going to tank the interview if you don't know. If you don't know, tell them how you would find out, and then you really should be
Yep.
okay.
So if I'm a personal trainer and I have my certifications and I've gotten hired and I've been in the industry now for, let's say, 3 to 6 months, what advice would you have for that type of personal trainer? They're building their client list. They may have been given a client list when they started their job, or had brought one from somewhere else. What advice would you have for that type of person 3 to 6 months into the position?
Yeah, I think that's a really good time to kind of pause and evaluate. How are your current clients doing? How are your processes? Are they happy with the service that you're providing? And so, if you do have a few clients under your belt, and you have a system ish, like, I think it's a really good time to dig in and polish that, so that way, as you do take on more clients, you do an even better job with them.